All right. Big up, big up. Capital G, capital O, capital D. Thank you for waking me up today, blessing me with another day. Dear Lord, big up to wifey and families. You guys like that? Happy Veterans Day to all you veterans out there. I'm a veteran myself, but even when I see another veteran, it's like, thank you for your service, man. We did it as a team. We still got our team out there rocking. Protecting the nation regardless of all the BS going on. Big up, D-Champ. Good to see you, man. Happy Veterans Day to you and your fam bammers. If you are a veteran, D-Champ, or your family, or you know somebody, shouts out to you, fam bammers. Guys, today we're doing some simple stuff here. Just wanted to get some flying in today. Nothing major. Got some other planes I'll be streaming for you guys, like the A350-900 from any builds, the A340 coming up. But right now we're not doing that. Those will be for more allocated days where I got way more time. So we're going to get in this. We're right now in French Valley. We are here in French Valley in the Inland Empire, Southern California. And I used to live about 10-15 minutes from here. And we're going up to Visalia. Then we're going to try to go to Klamath Falls in Oregon. And then see if we can make it all the way up to either Spokane or Seattle, somewhere around there. Thank you, D-Champ. He says, Army Airborne Veteran, thank you for your service, my G, for sure. And I did air assault, but I never did airborne. So big up to you, and I hope your knees as well, my G. All right, let's get in here, man. We definitely got some ATC, I think, on board. Let's get in here and make sure the cockpit is cold and dark, which it is. Everything is in the neutral or idle position. Gear is 100% down. Landing gear is down. Parking brake is set. And all lights and panels are off. We can come back here to the wonderful cabin. You can see we have no passengers here. We're doing executive travel today. And as you can see, it's a tight fit back here, but for those execs, this is the way to go. So let's get up here in the front, man, and do what we do. We're already logged on the network. So first and foremost, let's get you guys some information here so that we can work this flight as a team. So we're going to get the Navigraph up there, and we are going to pull our rusty dusty flight plan up. Here it is, French Valley to Visalia Municipal. We're going to be flying 28,000 feet, or flight level 280. The weather shouldn't be an issue. We're going to go ahead and check that, but the skies here in California in general are nice for flying. It's going to take 51 minutes here. As you can see, we're going to be burning 345 pounds of fuel in the air. We got a reserve fuel of 324 pounds, and it's asking for a block fuel of 850 pounds. Let's look at our weights here. All right, payload. We've got a payload of 1,150 pounds, a zero fuel weight of 5,779 pounds. Fuel weight we talked about was 850 pounds. It's actually 4 packs. And actually, we'll say 5. We'll say the first officer's seat is not needed. It's a single pilot operation I can run here. The takeoff weight is estimated to be 6,549 pounds with a landing weight of 6,204 pounds, which this would be obviously, you know, minus the fuel and some for the landing weight. That's the estimated here. And this is the maximum, so we won't do that. So taking this information here, guys, using these specifics right here, let's go ahead and get right into the aircraft. And we're going to go to flight performance. Boom. Okay, it's calling for a payload weight of 1150. So let's get that. Okay, we'll get it 1,110 out of flight. Demonstrates 74% full on the aircraft's capacity. So 1,110 pounds, 505 seats. We're including the first officer seat. Look here, 6,687 pounds right now. Now I'm going to take some of the fuel out. I'm going to give us right at about 1,000 pounds. So pilot's preference will be 150 pounds of fuel. So we'll make it even G. So let's load the passengers in, and then you'll see them in the aircraft. Here comes the fuel, guys. We're going to put this in pounds, and you can see it's right here at 1,008 pounds. So that should be good. But let's just do something here. Let's go 1,049, and 6,506 is the total mass takeoff here, so that's good. Load aircraft, load immediately. So look at this, guys. 6,506 pounds is our total takeoff weight right now. We got 7,394 pounds max, so we're still under that threshold, which is good. And if you look at our Navigraph, again, the takeoff weight here was 6,549 pounds, so I think we did good, guys. Let's come here quick and run the pre-flight inspection. We've already done that. Inside inspection, let's go here. Cabin door, cockpit door, exterior lights all off, interior lights all off. Crash lever is down, starter switch off, ignition switch is to auto, fuel selector is to man, AC switch off, and the circuit breaker light switch off, DI system all off, landing gear down, we checked that, pressurization dump switch, normal and guarded, bleed switch off, alternate. So let's start checking some of this stuff out, guys. Okay, so we are going to get our track IR off here. And okay, guys, here's the battery bus. It's off. The fuel selector is in the manual position. The autopilot's off. Ignition here is going to be in the auto. Starter right now is in the off position. The dimmer cabin access is going to be off right now. All lights up here are off. And here's the main and standby generator resets. That's good. Coming down here, this is the dump for the pressurization. That is guarded. It'll be normal. Right now, bleeds are off. Parking brake set. Landing gear is down. And ESS butts tie switch, normal and guarded. Okay. Boom, normal and guarded. CB light is off. Okay, there we go. So that's as far as we're going to get, so we can get out of here, guys. Let's go ahead and stop this music and check you guys out for sure. All right. Music's paused. And let's get Navigraph off, because the rest we'll be able to tell in here. If you look back now, you'll see that there's our executive passengers. They're all ready to go. They weren't on board before, but they are now. Let's go ahead and get this aircraft ready to go so we can log on to our network. We've got SoCal Approach 128050, and we've got LAX Center on 126525. Okay, cool. So we're going to get everything ready to go. This is a non-towered airport. We'll also find out what the CTAF is here, and we'll go from there. So let's go ahead, and we are going to get the battery bus up, and we are going to turn the battery on. Going to turn the generator to main. We're going to turn our light panel on. I'm going to go ahead and turn our navigation light on. We'll do the boost pump here in a second. Let's come down here and accept this. And we're not worried about any position. Now we got to get timers, guys. Oops. We got to get the timers going here, because this aircraft, what we're going to do, once we start the engine, we need NG to at least 30% within 30 seconds, and then NG 50% within 50 seconds. So let's get this going here. So let's make sure I'm all good to go. This is going to happen quick. So, all right, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Generator start. Okay, let's get our boost pump to the on. All right. Perfect. Looking good. Timer started. Okay, 5 seconds. We got NG at 12. All right. bring this up, and we're going to bring this. We literally want to bring that over, to be honest with you. Okay, that's where we want it. And of course, 54 seconds. Look, it's only 35 seconds. NG's already where we need to be. So we can stop the timer and reset it. And we can come back. And now we've got that good to go. Now we can fully bring our power levels over there. All right. Generator is on. Let's get our auxiliary boost pump to auto. We're going to turn the fuel selector onto the auto position as well. We're going to get our autopilot and trims into the auto. We're going to test our ELT. All right, there it is, and we're arming it, and it's off. So it's armed. ELT is armed. The rest of the lights up top are good. And now we can get ready to get this thing all situated here. Let's go ahead, and the first thing we're going to do is verify fuel status. And actually, the easiest way to verify fuel status on this thing, come to MFD. I want you to go to the weight and fuel, go to takeoff, and you're going to sync the fuel, and you'll get it here in pounds. So look, now we have 983 pounds. Remember, we need 850. That's why I added a little bit on. And that includes our reserve, so we can't sit here for long. And in order to actually get us the flight plan a lot quicker, we're going to go to SimBrief. And, okay, my account was linked. I don't know why I got to link this again, but we're not going to do that. That'll take too much time. So let's just do it the old-fashioned way, then I'll link my SimBrief again. We're going to go Foxtrot 70. French Valley here. Boom. And we're going to add the destination, which is Visalia. There's Visalia Municipal. And let's get a little, hopefully the track IR. Okay, it froze the first time, which is good. Now let's look at the Rusty Dusty flight plan. I'm not going to pull it up for you guys. We're doing Boyle J50, so let's get this in. It shouldn't take long. We're going to do Bravo, Oscar, India, Lima, Echo. There we go. Then we're going to click on Boyle. We want to load an airway. We're going to be loading J50, and we're going to exit that at Lando. And so let's load that. And then from Lando, we're going to enter another airway, which is Juliet 5. And we're going to exit that at Shafter, which is a VOR. And then the rest we're direct in. Now what we can do, just to save time, for giggles, we're going to fix up the approach. We're doing ILS 30. It's going to be vectors, but I'm just going to plan Brett as the initial fix here. And if we want to see exactly what the minimums are, we're going to come over here and we're going to get our chart up. Let's see, actually let's do it this way. The minimums on our chart, I'll show you guys here. Okay, the minimums on the chart here, we're going to set it for 502. This is our landing airport. We're verifying it's Visalia, California, ILS or localizer runway 30, and then we're going 502. If we wanted to do radio, it'd be 207. We'll do 502, which is the barometric pressure. Let's see, did I put that too? Boom. Okay, 502 approach options preview. We don't want to load it, but this is it. Brett Paynes, Packard, runway 30, 1,000 feet up, straight on runway heading to intercept a turn course, and we go to map, but it's a non-tower, so we won't be doing anything. We'll just make left traffic. So we'll load that, and there it is, all up in the flight plan. And then now what we got to do, folks, let's go to our comm page here, and let's get this off. And let's get ready to rock, Van Bammers. Okay, let's see. Oh, looks like SoCal Approach got off. So we can do 26,525. Okay, 26,525. That looks good. Now you can notice we're gonna leave here
1199, where you parked?
and head this way, but we'll get the clearance on the ground.
West side, spot 53.
So right now we're gonna
You over at
squawk
Millionaire,
VFR.
Yuma?
Affirmative, Alpha Foxtrot.
Okay, that's good to go there. Let's also get the CTAF.
I'm gonna stand by. Let me see if I can find you.
Oops.
We're on the west side of 3 left, 21 right, about a little further south than midfield.
All right, you're over there near FedEx, correct?
Affirmative, that is affirmative.
All right, KLM 1199 heavy. Let's see, your choice of runway 35.
CTAF is 1228.
Or runway, let's see, runway 3 right.
KLM 1199.
So we're gonna switch this over. And let's get ready to go, guys. Okay, let's get rid of this stuff. First, we're going to pitch up. Here, let's get these controls on for you guys. And let's make sure that Navigraph is off, which it is. Perfect. Let's go ahead and pitch up. You can see it's ever slow moving. I could also use the pitch wheel. Okay, we're pitched up good. Let's set takeoff flaps. As you can see, they're indicating takeoff. Let's get the bleeds on. And we need the stall. Let's go ahead and do our flight controls check. Okay, full up, full down, aileron left, aileron right, neutral, and rudder right, rudder left. Perfect. And we're going to turn the pitot and stall heater on as well. Let's check that checklist out. After starting engine throttle, auxiliary boost auto, fuel selector to auto, alpine trims on, main generator is on main, bleed switch, auto, or max off. Okay, before taxi, all that's checked. We'll get the inertial separator on, flight controls, we just checked that. Flaps must be set to up position, actually. So let's get that. And landing field elevation is set and correct. So the way you can check the landing elevation in this aircraft, it is pretty slick. You can come here and let's go back. Boom. We're going to go to, I think it's aircraft systems. Okay, and here's landing field elevation. Sorry, it's going to pause a couple times here. Big up, Sires Aviation, man. Good to see you, my G. It's just pausing really quick. All right, so here's the landing field elevation. It's 289 feet. Which our minimums and all that matches up. So here's landing elevation, 289 feet, and Visalia, that makes sense. So landing elevation is in, and don't forget, guys, we already did our minimums, which is 5 something, so that makes sense because the radio was over 200, it was like 250. So we're looking good for landing field elevation, guys. And the parking brake will get it off before lineup. Parking brake navigation, boom, landing mode, fuel selector, flaps, takeoffs. Okay. So we're good to go. So now what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to keep this up. It's a very short taxi. We're taking off runway 28, so, or I'm sorry, runway 18. Let's get the waypoint information via weather. No METAR, so there's no weather on this one, so that sucks. That's okay though. That's to be expected because it's a non-towered runway. Let me check here. Sorry about the turn, guys, but I'm just trying to hurry up. 3004. So I got the weather from Navigraph. So let's put 3004 in. And we're going to set an initial altitude. We're going to set it for a VFR altitude just to be on the safe side. We'll set... We are traveling more to the west, so we'll set 8,500 until we get cleared higher. Okay, of course, we're going to do the heading mode, and we are going to vertical speed up on our departure. All right, now let's set our heading. Runway heading is going to be 180, so we're going to be pretty much taking off to the south. So we'll make a left turn to cross the line, and we can use our... We're also using this CDI here, course direction indicator, in conjunction with this. So we're just going to make ourselves a nice intercept heading for our left turn. We'll make it, let's make it perfectly due west. That we'll leave right here, about 275. Alright, 275. Let's get the weather on. We can use this side to get it on. Actually, we'll use this side here because I don't feel like the chart disappearing. So now we're going to go to weather. We're going to go to weather selection again. We'll use the connects weather, so that's good. And then we're going to go to traffic, and we're going to get our TCAS on. TCAS is to operate, so now we'll see aircraft in the air. It'll give them all the directions we need. Alright, let's go and set this one for comms, and there we go. Alright, let's go with our taxi light on. Okay, strobe is off, pulse is off, panel lights are looking good. And French Valley, November 318 Delta Sierra is a TBM 930 here parked at the northwest ramp. We'll be taxiing to runway 18 via Alpha, expecting a departure out to the northwest for French Valley. All right, folks, time to go. We got everything set. Let me check you guys out here and make sure nobody... About to head up for some plane spotting, thinking about getting on Uber Eats for this. Plane, it's weird to have Uber Eats go through the pickup lane to get me. Not at all. Make Uber Eats do their job. That's what they're getting paid for, man. All right, let's get outside and take a fit check. Okay, you can see our lights on there. We're looking good. All right, let's go here. Park and brake off. And we're out of here. Toby's in the house, man. What's up, Dre? Peacemaker in the house. Yeah, I'm in Vatson, my G. We're flying from French Valley to Visalia, California. So Foxtrot 70 is this field, but if you do it in SimBrief, you got to write Kilo Foxtrot 70, which is inaccurate. And then the arriving field is Visalia, and then after that we'll be going to Klamath Falls, which is Lima Mike Tango, Kilo Mike Lima Tango. Alright, so we're taxiing here, guys.
Full length is 9,239, whereas 2-1 right is 13,300. Would you like 2-1 right?
So you want me to cross 2-1 left on Delta and take 2-1 right?
Well, that's what I'm asking. That's the longest runway, 13,300. Sounds like you're pretty heavy.
Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. I just let me hold here and change the box real quick.
All right, yeah, go ahead and hold in position, run your numbers. Let me know when you're ready to go, when you're ready to start taxiing again, and we'll cross you at that time.
Roger that. Sorry again for this trouble.
It's all right. We get to deal with it in real life as well.
Los Angeles Center, November 318 Delta Sierra here at French Valley with the weather. Looking for IFR. We are #1 in sequence, ready for departure. And this IFR to Visalia.
We're 318 Delta Sierra. You going to Visalia?
Correct. We're going to Visalia, sir.
318 Delta Sierra, clear to Visalia is filed. Maintain 13,000. Expect slight little 28015. Departure with me at squawk 1043.
Okay, cleared to Visalia is filed. Climb and maintain 13,000. Expect flight level 280. 5 minutes after departure. Departures with you will be squawk at 1043. We're ready for departure for TBM 8 Delta Sierra.
Number 318 Delta Sierra. Reback is correct. Your release for departure. Time now 2325. Void if not off by 2345. Give me a call airborne. And I don't have a altimeter. Let me give you a Riverside's altimeter.
Okay.
LAX Center, Bulldog, November 2222 Bravo. Can I get a radio check?
318 Delta Sierra, the Riverside altimeter is 3002.
3002, and if we're not off by 2345, we'll advise of our intentions and frequency change approved. TBM 8 Delta Sierra, talk to you in there. All right.
All right, thanks. Triple.
Okay, all lights are
Bravo,
on.
5x5.
Excuse me, we've got to set the
Thank you
flaps.
much.
And the inertia separator's coming on.
Request taxi 01 right.
And we're going to check final. Final is clear. We'll call him in the air.
5522, runway 01 right, taxi via Delta.
Okay, it was 1043.
That's taxi 2 holding point for 01 right via Delta, cross 26 right at Delta. Allegiant 5522.
Visalia traffic, correction, French Valley traffic, November 3. I was pushing the wrong button. Visalia, French Valley traffic, November 318 Delta Sierra on Alpha. Holding short 18, lining up now for departure out to the northeast, Visalia. All right, let's roll, y'all. 2327, so plenty of time. All lights are on. Final is clear. Okay, guys, what we're going to do, we're going to also turn our pulse light on. It gives people in the smaller airports more of an indication that we are departing out. All right, and let's rock and roll, guys. So what we're going to do now is we are... So much to do. We can actually go PFD. But that's going to be for his side, so let's do PFD here, and we'll go timer, and we'll go ahead and start that. We'll put the flight plan here, and timer started. Let's go flying. All right, watching that ITT. Airspeed's alive. Little left rudder here. Little left aileron as well. Looking for about 90 knots. 60. 70. A little windy here. Pulling back nice and smooth. Positive rate. Gear up. Ooh, that was a little... French Valley traffic, November 318 Delta Sierra is clear of runway 18, now turning off to the northeast. Last call, transitioning over to LA Center for French Valley. Flaps up. Gear is up and confirmed. Okay, we're going to go IAS mode. And Los Angeles Center, November 318 Delta Sierra has departed French Valley. We are at 2,500 climbing 3000. Let's see. Hey, big up, Leo. Let me finish this turn here and I'll get with you, my G. Oh, LA Center got off. So he got off just that quick. Okay, we're getting ready to roll out on the turn. And as we roll out, we're going to activate the navigation mode so that when we intercept our line, okay, let's go ahead and turn our pulse light off. And there's the Inland Empire, guys. Okay, the GPS is connecting, so we got a little bit of a right turn coming up now. Climb out speed's about 140 here. We indicated airspeeded it, or flight level change, if you will. We'll manually fly it up to 10,000. Any stations net radio check. Yeah, I think he logged off. For real. Just gonna double check before I switch over. Cool. Alright, we're back to 1228, which is the overall advisory. Okay, 6,000. Okay, there's the map. Let's correct ourselves out a little bit here on course. And we're 6,800. It's going to be time to close the inertial separator. There's no weather. Ooh, a little turbulence there. Inertial sep's closed. $7,000 and climbing. Alright, everything looks good, guys. We're on course, 7,500, and we're going to go ahead and climb up to 280 because oh boy is logged off. So we are going to cancel our own restrictions, and Leo, if you're still here, I know you might busy, my G, but if you're still here, we're climbing unrestricted, dog. Flight level 280. So thank you, my G, for saying thanks for my service. I hope you're all well. I hope you and your family are well, my G. Definitely got to get on the horn with you, fam. All right. It was a good crosswind on that takeoff. Okay, we're flight level 280 as far as we're bugged. And we got less than 1,000 go before we get on autopilot. He said, oh, I'm here, fam. You silly. That's what I'm talking about, my G. You flying today, Leo? What you doing, man? You working? You flying? What you doing, G? All right, there we go, guys. We got about a 51-minute flight. That's Lake Elsinore that you're seeing there to the left. And that's the Temescal Valley, and that's Highway 15. All right. Let's go ahead and go on. We never got our yaw damper on, so that was one thing we needed to do. Yaw damper's on. And autopilot is handed over. Yeah, guys, that's Lake Elsinore over there, which is a good-sized lake. And then this whole valley here, that's the Temescal Valley. If you go through this, it takes about 45 minutes on the Ortega Highway. You come out by Dana Point and the 15, the I-5 on the other side, close to the coast. Beautimus. Yeah, there's Target, Walmart, Target and IHOP and all that stuff over here, so. Alright, guys, we're above 10,000. So the landing light, taxi light can come off. Nav strobe stay on. Everything else is looking good. No alarms. The inertia separator is already closed up. Flaps are up. And we are headed. So let's get a full view of the map here. And then you can see here, we'll range this out for, and you can see this aircraft there is 4,200 feet above us, but that's changing because we're climbing, headed in our direction. So we're good there. We're 7 minutes into, I believe, a 52 or 51 minute flight. He says, on approach to Narita from Memphis, 13-hour long haul started this morning. After this, I'll be streaming as well here in a few. Roger that, my G. What you gonna be streaming, Leo? What you flying? You never know. If it works out, your boy might jump in. You probably doing jets though today. All right. Let's go ahead and get these controls off for you. Monitor our climb. We're just waiting to get to our transition there in about 5,000 feet, 5,200 feet, so that we can go into the standard pressure. Seeing more aircraft out there now. We got another guy. He's kind of headed our direction. He's 3,900 feet. He's about between, he's about probably 30 miles out. This guy here in the band, he's 24 miles out. Let's see if we can take a peek and just keep an eye out. But they're not in any imminent danger to us now. And he's actually going to be crossing, looks like, over above us. And we've actually climbed higher than him. He's now 500 feet below us, so he's going to be a no factor. And this gentleman here will be a no factor as well. 15,000 feet climb is a little slow in this aircraft, but once we get up to cruising altitude, she'll speed up quite nicely. You can see that wind is, we're getting a crosswind out from the west-southwest at 13 knots. So there you go. Oh, I got you. That boy rocking X-Plane. That's what I'm talking about. I got to get my X-Plane running right again. I did that big update, and there's something in my plugins. I just got to give it some time. It's not like it's going to be anything out of the ordinary. We know how it is. You update something with X-Plane, a plugin might break it, so you got to go into all the plugin folders and get that straight up. So I got to get that straight so I can get some X-Plane streams out for you guys. All right, about 1,100 feet to go, and we'll be at 18,000 feet. We'll go ahead and get that standard pressure going. Let's keep an eye out, of course, for aircraft out there. This guy's still 2,600 feet above us. That's good. This other guy's already 5,000 feet below us. So he must be descending as we're ascending. Okay, we're getting the flash, letting us know, and we're at 18, so we can go standard on the standby, and we can also go standard on the primary, which will also set the co-pilot side. Let's take a look at our pressurization. Now that we're above 18,000 feet, we got to be particularly observant of what our oxygen pressure and cabin pressure and all that deal are. Everything is in the green, looking good. All right, let's go ahead and get a little pause here of the track IR. Yeah, me too, bro. I'm really fighting to give X-Plane some love. Fly it fine most of the time until I stream it, then it wants to crash. Had a good stream on it yesterday. I'm gonna have to go back and check that out. And after updating a few things, I think I may be good. Fingers crossed. Hopefully, my G. Excuse me. Hopefully, but yeah, it's just so temperamental. And I'm not gonna lie, man. We might have approach coming into Visalia with fresher approach. But back to the X-Plane thing. Yeah, it's just for me. 2024 is running the smoothest out of all my simulators. Not to mention, I love the way the GA aircraft fly in 2024. But I'm also missing things like the Boeing 757 from Flight Factor to 767, the E-Jets from X-Crafts and all that stuff. So I do need to get back in there because some of those are just irreplaceable aircraft to fly within the sims, and they're better modeled and flown in X-Plane. And not all of them are offered in Microsoft, like the 757, which we're waiting on from Bluebird, one of them. Been waiting on that for a minute. All right. And we do have Oakland Center on 32.2, so this ought to be interesting. So let's get that standby frequency together. So we have that standby frequency. We're also, just in case, we're also going to put Fresno approach 119.6, which they may take over for Visalia, because literally I was in their airspace the other day messing around. So we got it set 119.6, but it's not active unless we make it active, so we'll not. Just as the Oakland frequency 32.2 is not active yet, but then we soon will make it active. So there you go. Here you can see we're going to pretty much be going right over Ontario, so we're very much so still in the getting some of that exhaust from the turbine. We're very much still in the Inland Empire, so you could even see like the Cajon Pass, which is here. So we're basically going to go right over Ontario. This is that big mountain. If anybody knows, this is Highway 15 here. Here's 215, and they merge here to the 15 north, and they go up through the Cajon Pass and then on out to the high desert. Victorville, or Hesperia, Victorville, Barstow, Needles, State Line, and then on. So currently we're doing good. If we want to take a look and see where we're at as far as Navigraph is concerned, and what so we still got quite a ways to go in LA Center's airspace. As you can see, we'll already be on the descent here, which means let's take a look at okay, Brett is 18 miles from Paynes. Okay, in Paynes you can be at 2,900 feet. Picard, if you're not, you got to do a procedure turn, fly this for 1 minute legs there, if you will, on the outbound 121, and then of course back on the inbound ILS 301. Hopefully we won't have to get that. So if we're looking at Brett, we can probably be at Brett, since it is 18 miles. And I stand corrected, it's not 18 miles from here, it's 18, once you get initial pricks vet, it's 18 miles to the ILS beacon, or basically to the runway. So if we're 18 miles from a runway where we need to be at the Maltese Cross, glide slope is captured at 2,000. You know, we can assume to be at Brett at about 4,000. So We're going to come into the flight plan. Less than 2,000 to go. You see there's the approach. So if oh look, in Brett it's saying 3,200 feet, so that's good. That's really good. So at Shafter, 36 miles, we got a difference between 15,000 and 3,000 essentially, which gives us 12,000 times 3. It's about 36. So right at Shafter, yeah, that's about where we need to be. That's fine. Although I do like to be a little bit ahead of the game, so let's make Shafter 14,000. And we'll keep that MSL because it's not in the flight levels. We'll enter that. And now Shafter is 14,000. If we go to VNAV, you can see the time to our top of descent is about 18 minutes, and that's for Shafter at 14,000. And now if you come up here, you can see we're just now meeting our cruising altitude and the standard pressure, and now you can see this picking up. Our torque is 79, ITT is 624, and the NG is 87. Let's give it a little more juice here. Okay, we'll be about 91.3 on the NG. Torque is at 89, ITT is at 680 and holding steady. And we're picking up that speed. Just push them up a little more. Yeah, we'll cruise at about 93. And there we go, guys. All right. Rock City's in the house, man. Big up to you, my G. Good to see you, Detroit's finest. I hope you're doing well too, my G. Good to see you, man. I hope you're enjoying this. Hopefully you had Veterans Day off. Hopefully. Check a few things here. Alright, let's bring that camera back into... So not doing bad. Ground speed's 297 knots. Okay, it's probably about 350 miles per hour. On course. Now let's start thinking about our arrival. So we're going to need to go to charts. Sometimes you got to give these charts things. Visalia does normally come up a chart. So let's put this on something else, like maybe the traffic. Also shows top of descent. And then let's come back in here to the charts. And then there you go. You just got to be patient. Now we got the charts here, which is fine. So in order for us to make a calculated approach, we want to get the weather there. Okay, 5 knots, 0, wind direction 050. So the winds are actually out of the east at 5 knots. Still low enough where we can take a tailwind landing if we wanted to. So we'll see if we switch over to that runway. And we need to declutter this map a little bit, so let's get rid of the map detail. There's our top of descent. Just at about 30 miles. All right, good luck, Leo. Let's get a greaser on there. My boy said he turned final. Flying for 13 hours. Perfect. Love you. I know you're having fun. We'll hibernate, aren't you? All right, baby. All right. Oh, no. I took off early this morning, got to cruise, cleaned the house, went to the grocery shop, and started dinner. And I'm going to fly one way or another. That's right. Hey, I be doing the same thing, Leo. Got to multitask. The other day, when I flew the Airbus A400, I did laundry, cooking, everything. Yes. I feel you, Leo. Sometimes those will be the best flights. You can actually be more productive if you just have your plane in the air. Going to your destination, you know that part, and your brain is all fixed up so you can do other stuff. So that's why I like the long flights too, man. You want to get something done, get the flight in, boom. You can be doing all types of stuff. Looks like we got a chemtrail over here. See this right here? Or it could be just a strange cloud formation. Yes, Rock, for real. He says I do that, I always roll. Yes. Hey fellas, this is one of them things, you do a flight long enough, man, you like a hero. You know, instead of being on the PS5, basketball, whatever sports games most dudes playing, you fly, you come home, the house is squared away, you know? You'd be like, did you fly today? Absolutely I did. Nice long one and did everything. All right. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. All right, y'all. Oh my goodness. So next leg will be to Klamath Falls. All right. Here's our top of descent. Let's go ahead and start bugging down. And then we're going to put our VNAV button on. So now if you look, there's our VNAV button, and you can see the vertical profiles coming down. We're already 29 minutes into there, so it makes sense. So let's bug it all the way down. And here we go. On our way down already. We're just getting into the Central Valley. That's my little simulator pause that does every whatever cycle. It does it 3 times. There we are. Picking up a little speed here. Alrighty, let's pull that power back a little bit. Engine's overspeeding. There we go. So you got to watch it because the profile changes once you come out of a certain altitude. Everything changes. Let's go back and check, see what the altimeter is. $3002. Ooh. can come here. I'm gonna just take this all the way down to the 3200. So either way, 3200 on either side. So we can be here at 32, like we said, 32, and then here at Paynes, it'll be 2,900 feet, and then at Picard, you need to be 2,000, catch the Maltese Cross, and whether we get Picard before or after, the 2,000 will be our final approach fix, which Picard looks like it's it. It even says... well, and it's also an initial approach fix, if you will, because that'd be if you just come on the final. All right, I like it, man. Got some little bit of clouds here. So now we got the weather radar on. Okay, let's see. Altimeter in Visalia is 3002. Let's just get these controls on for you guys. All right, 3002 and 3002. We're going to be passing transition right at the correct altitude. And everything looks good. It's these are just some clouds in the area, but they all look harmless, so that's good. Some of this here fine beverage. Let's make sure this thing, there we go. Pull that power back a little bit. So our next flight will be an hour and 25 minutes. Excuse me. Alright, after Shafter, we should be able to make the... We'll get ready to start to contact Oakland Center. And maybe we'll just cancel IFR and still come in on runway 12. We look like we can do a visual. Because there's 9 static miles of visibility, and for VFR, you need 1,000-foot ceiling and at least 3 static miles of visibility, which will do temperature 25, dew points 14, so there won't be any haze over the airport, which is a good thing. All right. Let's get that music off. Now, guys, we're direct Brett, and if you look at our vertical profile, we're going to be right at the bottom of the center, 32,000 feet, right at Brett. Then Payne's is 2,900 feet. All right. We are doing good here, man. See if we can just go ahead and switch over.
Virgin 7 Kilo, heavy radar contact, climb and maintain 7,000. Canada 566. You can expect the ILS, Christian San Francisco altimeter 3000, expect ILS 2, right?
We'll expect ILS 28, right, Air Canada 566.
All right.
Oakland Center, Spirit Wing 732, holding shore Alpha 1.
Showing 732, roger.
11,000.
1 right, clear for takeoff.
On right, clear for takeoff, Spirit Wing 732.
Virgin 7 Kilo, heavy climb, maintain, level 1 enter 0.
All right, we're getting ready to get our landing lights on. Nice. Negative 179.
Services terminated, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved.
Nice, Leo. Well done, my G. Hey, but you professional. That man is professional. All right, all lights are on. Oakland Center, November 318 Delta Sierra, 10,000. Entering your airspace from the south, and we are looking for visual 30 at Visalia.
Number 318 Delta Sierra, connect Fresno approach, Woman Niner, point 6, good day.
Over to Fresno approach, 19.6, good day. TBM 8 Delta Sierra.
Okay. FedEx 126, climb maintain, level 350.
So that's why we had it programmed in. Now we'll just do this. Good evening, Fresno approach, November 318 Delta Sierra is 9,200. We have the weather at Visalia, and we were requesting visual 30.
November 318 Delta Sierra, Fresno approach, the Fresno altimeter 09ers, correction, the Fresno altimeter 3000. Are you're IFR, correct?
We're IFR now. We're set up for 30. We understand that'd be a tail when we can also do visual 1-2 if that's what's needed for Visalia.
November 318 Delta Sierra, since Visalia is unpowered, I can't tell you what runway to land, but yeah, for now you can proceed direct the airport.
Okay, for now we'll go proceed direct to the airport for TBM 8 Delta Sierra.
November 8 Delta Sierra, squawk ident for me.
Okay, we'll go ahead and squawk ident for you. There we are. Let's get our heading set up.
November 318 Delta Sierra, radar contact 4 miles southwest of the Thule VOR. Actually, let's do this. Fly heading 320, descend maintain 5,000.
320 down to 5,000, TBM 8 Delta Sierra. Alright guys, so we'll stop our descent at 5,000. Let's see, in Visalia CTAF is 2305. One, 23050. Perfect. All right, speed is good. We're pretty much direct the airport, so it's going to be off the right side there. And Fresno approach is a nice clear day here. We've got good visuals. We're at VFR altitude. We'll go ahead and cancel IFR here and take it on in ourselves.
November 8 Delta Sierra, IFR cancellation received. Squawk and maintain VFR.
All right. Thank you for all your help. I hope you're having a wonderful Veterans Day, and we'll talk to you next time. TBM 8 Delta Sierra.
Thanks for flying in. Frequency change approved.
Thank you, good sir. All right. So we're squawking VFR. Frequency change approved. Visalia traffic, November 318 Delta Sierra is abreast of Brett on a heading of 321, expecting full stop runway 12 Visalia. So we're gonna just hold this really quick now for guys. Actually, let's go ahead and bug down to 32. We'll do that nice and slow as well. Alright, we're going to switch runways just because we can. So let's go procedure, we'll go approach, and we're going to go for the RNAV 12, and we'll just take that from vectors. Let's see what the minimums are. 502. That's the wrong one. Let's see, RNAV 12. Let's see what these RNAV minimums are. It looks like 543. There we go. We're also going to come here and we are going to go back and we're going to load the speed bugs up. All on. Alright, we're going to load that. And now we've got some different stuff going on here. Here's Pains is the actual mist. So now we will start making concessions. So we're going to go perfectly downwind. We're at 3,200 feet. So we're at the initial approach fix. So the runway is going to be over here. It is a little hazy. All right, all landing lights are on. Okay, let's go ahead and descend down a little more. Nice slow descent here. Keep the speed nice and slow. Wow, 13 hours and 19 minutes, my G. With a good landing of negative 179. That's what I'm talking about, my boy. Okay, I got the runway visual. You can see the lights down there. You can see the runway. All right. So there's the runway right there. Still got that little bit of haze, but this is the field here you guys are seeing. Visalia traffic, November 318 Delta Sierra is the TBM 930. Currently down, right downwind, runway 12 expected full stop, Visalia. So we should just be now abreast of the airport. Boom. Still very hazy. All right. All lights are on. Autopilot's coming off. Visalia traffic, November 318 Delta Sierra is making right base runway 12 full stop. Visalia. First stage flaps, landing gear, pulse, and inertial separator. Very hazy. Shouldn't have been this, so.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
We're good. All right.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
Visalia traffic, November 318 Delta Sierra is short final runway 12.
500.
Check. Yaw damper off. Flaps full. Runways in sight.
Minimums.
Continue. All right, little bit of bounce there. Visalia traffic, November 318 Delta Sierra, clearing runway 12 on Bravo. Back to the ramp there, Visalia. All right, so we're going to go to the ramp that's on the south. That's my normal ramp. Pulse off. Landing off. Strobe off. Gears up. Hey, appreciate you, D-Champ. Appreciate you, my G. I actually think we missed our turn. Getting this chart on too late. Let's see. Let's come to a stop here. Yeah, I think we just missed a turn. We missed a turn? I think we did, because we're almost towards the end of the runway. Yeah, we got to flip around. We missed the ramp. All right. You silly. Hey, appreciate you, Leo. He said I almost looked like Daddy him. He's silly. He's silly. Okay, there's that ramp right in front of us. Okay, timer stop 56:41. That's acceptable. So guys, we're going to come here and we're going to get these passengers off. And then we'll be up to Klamath Falls. There's the ramp I was looking for right there. Okay, flight director off. We can extinguish everything there. Getting trims reestablished here. Of course, there's a huge situation there right in our way. Love it when Microsoft does that. They are all over the airport, don't get me wrong. There's vehicles everywhere all the time, but not going to be driving on the taxiway. That's right, y'all. Leo's streaming in about an hour and a half, so we got to get in there and check my man out. Actually, light can come off. Okay, and let's get our pressurization off. It'll automatically do the dump to depressurize the aircraft so that we can disembark. Okay, lights off. Boom. Now, what I like to do is bring this thing into the minimal standby. So we'll go that off. We'll go boost pump can come off. And we'll get the light panel off. Get the autopilots off. And we're ready to go. We made it, geez. All right. Let's get that off for you fam Bamarusis. Look at that. Look at that, man. All right. Let me literally file the next one. We're going to be at 28,000 feet as well, hour and 25 minutes. Alright, so we follow that. Tawny 14 Visalia. Yep, we're out of runway 12, no problem. Alright, so let's go here. And we're going to start getting the new folks on. For this one, we need 1,071 pounds of fuel. $1,071. We'll do 1,150. And then, of course, the seats, we want 1,150 pounds. There we go. All right. Aircraft is all loaded up. It's gonna be a quick flip, my G's. Let's make sure passengers are on. All right, we got them on. Look, they're ready to go. They look a little annoyed too. All up in this dude's grill. All right. Okay, Oakland Center is off. Fresno ATIS is on. All right, let's get out of here, y'all. This is a quick flip. Get that to main, get that to on, get this back on. Nav lights on. Boom, boom, boom. ELT lights on. Let's get timers going. All right. We're ready to go again, guys. Quick flip. No worries. Let's get that boost pump on.
TOS system test. Okay.
Timer started. NG 7. Remember, we need NG 30 by 30 seconds. It's 13. (47) 31 seconds. There's 51. All right. Boost pump to auto. Fuel selector back on. ELT's good. Autopilots are on. Panel light is already on. That's good. And let's go ahead and extinguish that. Let's look at our trims. I already retrimmed it. We're good to go. And let's go ahead and stop the timer. Let's reset it. We'll come back to that in a second.
Aw, that's so nice. I'm glad I'm around to control. Does look like you made the left turn there onto Charlie, so
okay, 1,086
I'll need
pounds.
to turn you around.
Well, I usually go down here, off my backside down here, drag on the other way.
It's yeah, midfield is the other way. That's what I was saying. But we can taxi you back on the runway. There's nobody on final.
I can also go into the National Guard ramp here. Just get off.
Roger. Then yeah, your discretion. Thanks for flying in.
Thanks very much. I think what I will do is turn around here in this wide spot and go on back down here.
Perfectly okay with me.
All right, guys, we're doing good here. Let's make sure those are up for you. And let's get Visalia traffic or weather. Altimeter 3001. Good evening once again, Fresno Approach, November 318 Delta Sierra here at Visalia. We have the weather information. We'll be looking for clearance, IFR clearance to Klamath Falls.
November 318 Delta Sierra, do me a favor, try and reach me on my frequency 118.5.
Okay, over to 1185 TBM 8 Delta Sierra. And Fresno departure, TBM 8 Delta Sierra on 118.5. And Fresno Approach, TBM 8 Delta Sierra, we tried you on 18.5 to no success. How do you hear us now?
Yeah, I hear you fine. Weird that 18.5 didn't work. I was just trying one of my other frequencies to see if I could pick you up better from Visalia. Okay, yeah, I can give you your IFR clearance to Klamath whenever you're ready.
TBM 8 Delta Sierra, ready to copy clearance.
November 8 Delta Sierra, clear to Klamath Falls Airport, cleared from the Visalia Airport to the Klamath Falls Airport via on departure flight heading 320, the radar vectors Tanning, I don't know how to pronounce that, direct, maintain 6,000 to start. Expect flight level 280 5 minutes after departure. Departure at this frequency, squawk 1741, hold for release.
Okay, cleared to Klamath Falls as filed. Upon departure, fly heading 320. Expect radar vectors Tani. Then direct will be climbing 6,000, expecting flight level 280 5 minutes after departure. Departure is with you in the box 1741. Hold for release. TBM 8 Delta Sierra.
November 8 Delta Sierra, you got correct. Verify that initial heading will comply with local traffic patterns and obstacle clearance. Advise when number 1 and ready for departure. Frequency change to advisory approved.
Okay, we'll adhere to the obstacle departures for runway 12 here at Visalia. Then upon that, we'll be on heading of 320 and frequency change approved. Talk to you on the air for TBM 8 Delta Sierra.
November 8 Delta Sierra, sorry, just to clarify, verify that initial heading will comply with local traffic patterns and obstacle clearance. Isn't me telling you to fly the ODP. If I wanted you to fly the ODP, I would have said fly the ODP. It's just something that I have to say because you're flying out of an untowered airport and I'm giving you a specific heading off the ground. And so local pilots would know much better whether that heading is safe to fly or not.
I understand. Yeah, and I fly in and out of Visalia quite a bit, so I appreciate that. Information for TBM 8 Delta Sierra, we'll let you know when we're number 1 for sequence for departure from Visalia. Alright, so that's good. I didn't say to fly the obstacle. He told me just to adhere to it, but I understand what he's saying. He's saying it's non-towered airport, so 2305, so we have to adhere to that.
Left aircraft calling Fresno approach. Say again, call sign and...
Visalia traffic, November 318 Delta Sierra is the TBM 930 on the south. West ramp will be taxiing to runway 12 via November, full length, for departure out to the north, Visalia. Alright, so what we're going to do is he gave us 6,000. We'll be with approach for a little bit until we clear his airspace. Boom. Okay, let's put the heading mode in there. 320. And we are going to do our initial climb out. I always set it to about 1,900 feet, and then once we catch the 140 speed, then we'll switch it over to indicated air climb, because this airplane does climb out good at 140 knots. Then, of course, we're going to come over here, and we'll go traffic on operate. Let's also get our squawk in, which is 1741. And we'll go altitude reporting for that. So we've got 320 set up. Boom. We have our weather on. We can go back to our charts. And boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right. Flight controls check. Full up. Full down. Aileron left. Aileron right. Rudder right. Rudder left. Trims are set. We'll get flap set en route. And we'll get the pitos and all the alarms on over here. Let's get taxi light on. Pressurization on. Taxi light is on. Alright, quick turnaround so we can get to Klamath Falls and do as much flying today as possible. Altimeters are set. Initial heading is set. Taxiway is clear. Alright, thought I saw a plane out there. Alright, so we are set up for the departure. We're going to come off and we're going to turn right. We're going to make right traffic. Simply because most aircraft in real life, because I live about 30 minutes from this airport, not even 25 minutes. Yeah, 25 minutes, safely speaking. If they're leaving runway 30, they usually come out and make a left turn. There's a highway here, which is 198. Then there's a major highway to the left. It's Highway 99, runs north and south. But then off over here, you have the municipality off to the right, and then you got mountains over there. So we're gonna, because we're coming off the opposite runway, we're gonna come off and we're gonna make a right turn on to heading 320, and we'll report to my G that we've departed. And Fresno departure, November 318 Delta Sierra here at Visalia on holding short runway 12's ready for departure. wonder if he didn't get us. There's the mountains you can clearly see here, which are there. That's why we're going to go out and make a right turn over all this space here. And Fresno departure, November 318 Delta Sierra, holding short 12, number 1 in sequence, ready for departure.
November 8 Delta Sierra, we release for departure. Clearance wait if not off in 5 minutes, if not off in 5 minutes. Advise this frequency within 10 minutes of intention. Frequency change to advisory approved.
Okay, we are released for departure. We will advise, if not within 5 minutes, what our intentions are, not to exceed 10 minutes, and we'll talk to you in the air for TBM 8 Delta Sierra. Alright, so we can get everything going here. So let's get boom and our inertial separator on, and let's make sure get those flaps down per the checklist, and we are good to go. Let's get all landing lights on and let's ride out. No alarms on the cast. We'll wait for that inertial separator to report open. Okay, inertial separator's open. And that's to deflect any extra debris into the intake of the aircraft. We get up on our climb, we can get rid of that. Visalia traffic, November 318 Delta Sierra, now entering runway 12 for immediate departure with the turn to the west and then back to the north, Visalia. Alright, let's come here and do a quick stop. So much to do, man. Takeoff power set. Airspeed's alive. Knots. Looking for 90. Here goes the 90. Pull back nice and smooth. Positive rate. Gear up. Yaw dumper's coming on. Visalia traffic, November 318 Delta Sierra. It's clear of runway 12. Turning out to the west. Last call, Visalia. And Fresno departure, November 318 Delta Sierra is airborne, 1,300 climbing 6,000, right turn to 320.
November 318 Delta Sierra, Fresno approach, the Fresno altimeter 3000, ident.
300, identity.
November 8 Delta Sierra, air contact 2 miles southwest of the Visalia Airport. Hello?
Hello. TBM 8 Delta Sierra.
Yeah, I thought maybe I had an instruction, but I don't.
Roger that. You're doing a great job, man. Alright, really nice guy. Flaps are up. I really like flying the flaps, basically, the whole way. It's nice and stable. This aircraft likes to pitch down hard as soon as you get rid of those flaps, so you got to be anticipating that. Guys, we're out on the heading of 320. We're going 6,000. Can get the taxi light off. gears up and clean. It's time to get the inertial separator off. Inertial sep's coming off.
And November 8 Delta Sierra 5 and maintain 10,000, proceed direct Connie.
Climb and maintain 10,000, direct Honey, 8 Delta Sierra. Okay, so what we're going to do now, flight plan, hit direct, let's activate that. We're going to go into the nav mode. Okay, we're just going to hand fire on up to 10,000. There we go, just getting her trimmed up so I don't have to do so much work on the yoke. There we are, folks. $6,800. He should be giving us hires here shortly. $7,800. $8,500.
November 8 Delta Sierra, Oakland Center is offline, frequency change approved. Have a safe flight.
Okay, over to Unicom. Thanks for all your service. We'll see you next time for TBM 8 Delta Sierra. See you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Right on that autopilot, nice and smooth. And we're out of his purview. Let's make sure we're bugging all the way up. We'll get that figured out here in a second. Let's get that frequency change approved. And we're out of there, fam bemmers. Let's get landing lights off. Everything else can stay on. David Fernandez, I used to live in Fresno. That winter fog is a killer for the pilots flying into the valley. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I live over here now. The fog is horrible over here, Dave. It's horrible over here. You know that 198 and the 99 going towards Hanford, Lemoore, and the Navy base, that whole stretch. And it gets bad at Costco area in Hanford as you move east towards Visalia. Or sometimes it'll get bad in Visalia, and Fresno definitely gets it bad. Yeah, that Central Valley, boy. Okay, flight level 280 set. Inertial separator is closed. Flaps up, gear up. We're on our own purview on Unicom. Now this weather is a little questionable sometimes here, so let's come here and make sure we have our weather radar on. There we go. There's no tilt right now. Got that at about 40 nautical miles. That's sufficient. So we'll keep weather on here. And we'll keep traffic on here. Let's range this out. Okay, we're max ranged out about 40 nautical miles. 13.9. We're looking good. Just looking at this, make sure we're good to go there. Okay, let's look at NG92. ITT's looking good. Outside temperature, -4 degrees Celsius. And I'm visually looking for any formation of ice here on the leading edge of the wing, just because we're going through slight precipitation here. There's my little cycle of simulator pause for 2024. Other than that, that's pretty much what it does. Everything else is running nice and smooth. All right, 10 minutes, and I believe we'll check flying time here in a second. 16,500. Passengers are back there behaving, looking awfully bored. Hope everybody used the restroom. There is no bathroom on this service. 1,000 to go to transition. Those look good. $600 to go to transition. Okay, we got standard pressure, standby ADI, as well as the PFD altimeter. Range that out about 25 nautical miles. Okay, now what we're going to do, let's get some information here. Okay, ooh, winds are calm. Temperature's 13, dew point 6. us 8 static miles of visibility, so maybe a little haze. Altimeter 310. Let's see what type of approach we got. Let's see. We got some ILSs. So let's figure out, since the winds are calm, let's figure out which runway we want. But honestly, Tani is look at that. Right here for runway 32. So, and it says 9,000. Perfect. So we can come here, folks, and give ourselves a nice top of descent. So we got 9,000 feet there. Since that is literally, the winds are calm, and that's perfect. Let's go ahead and schedule this. Right, because which one is this? ILS Yankee 32 Tani, okay. So we could possibly do vectors. Let's do Murex. Minimums 43.15. There's Tani right there. Bow, yeah. There we go. So that's set up for now. Meantime, we'll... Oops. Oh, I don't want that. I want to come here. Keep that weather radar on. And there we go, y'all. 24,000 feet. Skies are all clear. Try to get my track. I heard a pause there. Come on. There we go. Oops, yeah. My bad. I hit the wrong button there. No, we weren't. Can you imagine that? Let us get out the aircraft. So here it's pretty amazing. You can see all of this is the Central Valley. Up here is Sacktown, Sacramento. If you come off over this way, it'll be San Francisco. Yeah. So you can see on our arc, we should be almost done with our climb. This up here is Lake Tahoe. Here's Reno. Okay, 800 feet to go. Less than 4. Alright, torque is at 94, that's where we'll leave it. ITT 701 and NG 92.5. So our alternate is Rogue Valley, Kilo Mike Foxtrot Romeo. Alright, you guys, I will be back in a minute. Time to hit the latrine. We're at cruising altitude. We're doing good. I'll be back with you guys shortly. My G's, thanks for riding along. Alright, you guys, I am here. For sure, for sure. Just heating up some food, man. And, so I'm here. Let's check what our top of descent is. Okay, we've got about 19 minutes to top of drop right there. We're doing good, you guys. No ATC on. And, yeah, we're looking good, man. Looking good. Let's see what's the better view. Ooh, that's a pretty view right there. Let's stick with that. Hey, I'm right here. I'm eating. So I'm on camera. I mean, I won't be on camera, but I'm right here. I'm right here, Fat Bammers. Hope everybody's having a great Veterans Day. It's almost over. Just checking to see. Retired firefighter, man. Happy Veterans Day to you, my G. I hope you are doing well. Let's see what this light lights up. Okay, it turned on this light. So that does work. Okay, either way, that light's on anyway. That must be the dimmer light. I believe there's another way to come in here. Wait, general. Oh, here it is. That's that one. Alright, I'm just trying to see. I remember these lights coming on. I just don't remember how to get these lights back on here for the crew. I mean, for the cabin back here. Okay, about 75 miles for top of descent. This is where I need to do my Navigraph avionics settings. Oh well, no light for them. Ooh, it's significantly darker out there. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just stuffing some more food in my mouth, then we'll get there. What time you going live, Leo? In like 22 minutes? I'll be landed. I'll be in Leo's stream here in a little bit. Okay, 21:30 Eastern. No doubt. So in about an hour, a little under an hour, Leo will be going live in roughly like 51 minutes, 52 minutes, something like that. I'm gonna check the weather here in Klamath Falls shortly. Ah! Excuse me. All right, let's get the weather here. We got top of descent now, less than 75 miles. Should be probably like 5-6 minutes, 8 minutes. Zero 203 knots. That's perfect. That's more along the line for us to land anyway. Altimeter's 3008. We lost 1 mile of visibility, so we'll make sure we're flying into minimums. Altimeter's 3008, and yeah, it says clear. Now the temperature and the dew point are pretty close, 9 degrees Celsius and 6 degrees Celsius, so there will be some haze. That's why it's 7 miles of visibility only. So we're going to come in runway 32. Alright, so it's perfect. We're coming 3-2. We can exit here or echo and come over here, general aviation parking. Let's see, CTAF 33975, but let's see if that's our actual CTAF. All right, 2065. Which is a good thing I checked, because that's not even on the chart. One 2065. All right, into Klamath Falls we go, and that'll wrap it up for us this evening. Hello, Matthew. Dick Pin, he says he is an 11-year-old who really wants to be a pilot, and he just wanted to say hi. Happy Tuesday to you, Matthew. Thank you for sharing your goal. And I wish I knew at 11 that I wanted to be a pilot. Even though I'm not at all sad how my life has went. But that's good, Matthew, that you want to be a pilot, you know, so at 11. So now you can focus everything there in your life around you wanting to be a pilot, do great in school, have a mind that's ready to absorb all the time. And you're going to do it, my G. You are going to be a pilot, Matthew. We're manifesting it for you right now. He says, slow down, Dre. You ain't in no more, bro. Hey, gotta eat like I'm on the go, my G. Big up. I miss hanging out with your silly self, Leo. Big up. I'm gonna see what you getting into in less than an hour. It looks like 30 plus 40, like 44 minutes. Leo Sticks 86 will be live. Look, I'm chewing slower for you, Leo. Watch this. D-Chap, you silly dude. I can't. I'm trying to give my man some motivational instruction. D-Champ talking about you're going to have a lot of women all over the world. Boy, you are silly, dude. I need to meet you in real life, D-Champ. That dude is silly. Matthew, please learn what to expect from a woman before you meet them all over. I don't want you to get in any trouble, man. You need to quit, D-Champ, dude. You got me laughing over here. Said my man about to have them everywhere. He's the pilot. Stupid. Oh, man. Woo, you silly dude. Alright, y'all. Let's get ready to... You guys can see the vertical profile indicators coming up. So let's get this 28,000 to 9,000 feet. And you can see that marker's on the way. So we need to make sure we come right over here and press that VNAV button. There we go. For real. He said, "What you tell them?" Because they think you. I just saw a reel today, D, and it's got a caption that says, telling everyone that you're a pilot and what they expect, and it's got a bunch of like the G550. It's got a bunch of nice executive private jets, and then from behind them comes the little bitty Cessna and says that's reality of what you're really flying. So that's the funny thing. Yeah, it's true. You tell people you can fly, you're a pilot, and that alone is intriguing to people just because they don't understand it. There is a lot of information and skill set that you gotta, you know, for me, flying, the best thing I can say is you gotta have a high aptitude for flying. I mean, because there's just so much to learn and you're never done learning. But that is funny, D-Champ. That is funny. Alright guys, so we've started our initial descent into the Klamath Falls area. We're expecting a runway 32. Now that D-Champ stopped making me laugh, we can get back to work here. Okay, 0203 knots and 3008 is the altimeter. We'll leave that here for now. Everything looks clear. So this one's easy, guys. Runway 32, exit stage left. And there won't be a replay. It's too dark. This plane is too small. So let's just get her down. So in a matter of 3 hours in a TBM, 3 hours and we'll say about 20 minutes because we're not there yet, we went from French Valley in Southern California all the way up to Clemens Falls, Oregon here shortly. So we'll get it here at Tani, 9,000, then on down to Mazma, Circus, boom. 6,300 is the final approach fix here at Mazma. Alright, I'm going to start pulling those engines back just a little bit. Otherwise, once we get to a certain altitude, our torque will become an issue. $19,009. Excuse me. All right, 19,000, less than 1,000 to go now. Once we get about 5, we'll start adjusting the. Let's go ahead and adjust this one, 3008. $3008. All right, so now we have activated the approach. So it's basically going to be a straight in. Ooh, excuse me. All right, pretty calm here. We're all set up. All right, we've also got 63 set up. .109.5 and final approach course 324. Now the cool thing about this plane, it sets everything else up for you. .553, the reserves. .352. That's saying in gallons. I don't know how much that is in gallons. Alright, so we're not going to worry about that. Alright. We're under 10,000. Music's coming off. Got the runway in sight already. Straight ahead. Okay, we got localizer approach. Speed is bleeding down. Klamath Falls, November 318 Delta Sierra. Is the TBM 930, 8,800, just overhead Tani, direct to Mazama, expecting full stop ILS runway 32. Klamath. Alright, we're below 10,000, landing lights coming on. You can see them on out there now. So I'm going to make this stop at 65, so we're already below the glide path there, so we'll... Okay, you can see nav1, IMLT 1095. We're not getting DME yet, but you can clearly see that we're at Mazma, and then we're into a 5 mile final. Okay, lights are on. Let's get that inertia separator open for landing. Okay, we got a bit little crosswind coming out of the south-southwest, 15 knots. Flaps down. Landing gear down. Clemens Falls, November 318 Delta Sierra, 5 mile final, runway 32. Let's go ahead and go pulse on. Okay guys, you can see glide slope is captured. Autopilot off my aircraft. Inertial separators open. Klamath Falls, November 318 Delta Sierra, short final, runway 32, full stop, Klamath Falls. Flaps full. Okay, gears down 3 green, flaps to full, set and indicated. Yaw dampers coming off. Once again, Klamath Falls, number 318 Delta Sierra, short final 32, Klamath. Don't forget, guys, we're going to exit stage left.
500.
Check. Continue. It's so dark out. All right, perfect, Butter. We're down. Guys, welcome to Klamath Falls. Gonna roll it out. Klamath Falls traffic, number 318 Delta Sierra, still on runway 32 rollout. We'll be exiting next available taxiway, call clear runway, Klamath Falls. I think we missed that taxiway. Okay, no, here it is. It's so dark. Okay, here's the eye lead. Appreciate you, D-Champ. But, Klamath Falls, November 318 Delta Sierra is clear of runway 32 into the ramp, Klamath. Alright. We're going to leave those landing lights on. Because if I turn them off, it's going to be too dark. Okay, gears up. I mean, flaps are up. Okay, this will get us to general aviation parking. Flight director's off. Timer should have been stopped, but hey, we got to do what we can. Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you, Leo and Retired. Appreciate both of y'all. This is going to be ending it, and I'm going to be on Leo's aircraft here in the next less than 30 minutes, y'all. So, again, guys, welcome into Klamath Falls, Oregon, Southern Oregon. It was a pretty good flying day. I do like this aircraft. I got to get in the Bonanza. I got, like I said, I got the A350-900 coming for y'all, the A340, and both from any builds, of course. Okay. Start slowing it up here. Okay, this should be the taxiway coming up here. Off to the left. Okay, total flying time about 1 hour and 20, so we'll minus a few minutes. Off of that, we're going to come right over here to this ramp, figure out where we can park here. Okay, now we can go landing light off and the taxi light on. All right, folks, this is it. Parking brake is set. Taxi light off. All right. All right, y'all. We are doing the well. Okay, all that's looking good. And let's go with the autopilot off. Boost pump. Ignition starter. Okay, we can go lights panel off. All right. There we go, folks. Let's make sure this joint stays locked up here. Come on, man. It's playing the games. I don't know why it does that. I should come up with a keyboard sequence. Look, it won't do it. I'm gonna hold it for a second. Look, then it does it. Anyway, you can't see anything here. This thing is literally darked out. So, sorry about that, folks. Let's see if we get out, if you can see better. There we go. All right, there we go, guys. That's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. I appreciate y'all, and big up to my lovely wife and kids. Dear Lord, thank you very much. Great stream, great hanging out with you guys. Appreciate everybody hanging out with your boy. Let's see, D-Champ, Slayers Aviation, Toby's, which is Peacemaker, big up. Leo Sticks 86, he'll be streaming here in the next 15 minutes. And we also got my boy Rock City was in the house, big up, much love. D-Champ, of course, much love to you, my G. David Fernandez checked in, along with my boy, fellow veteran, retired firefighter, all the way up in the house, man. Matthew Thigpen, 11-year-old, he checked in. Big up, Matthew. Thanks for your commentary, man. And if I missed you, I didn't mean to. But in the meantime, big up. See you guys on the next one. And Leo, I'll be in your stream here shortly, man. One love, God bless, and I am GONE.